transparent paper that could help protect our oceans. It's based on a joint announcement by JAMSTEC, the Japan Agency for Marine Earth Science and Technology, along with the University of Tokyo and Tokyo University of Science. Hi there and welcome to SCIENSPOT, the podcast that puts the spotlight on the latest in science and technology in Japan. I'm Ren, your host from the Science Talk. As many of you probably know, plastic waste in the ocean has become a major global issue. JAMSTEC's previous research revealed that tons of plastic are accumulating on the deep sea floor. And what's shocking is that most of it comes from disposable packaging. What's more, during typhoons and severe storms, huge amounts of plastic can be swept into the sea unintentionally. And let's face it, completely preventing this kind of leakage is nearly impossible. That's why researchers are now racing to develop ocean-friendly materials. The ideal material, they say, should meet 3 conditions. 1. It's made from biomass, not fossil fuels. 2. It's recyclable. 3. And if it accidentally ends up in the ocean, it naturally biodegrades. Paper already checks some of those boxes. It's made from trees, so it's biomass, and the recycling systems for paper are well established. Paperboard in particular is widely used in the packaging, but it has one big drawback. It's white and opaque. And let's be honest, most consumers prefer packaging that lets them see what's inside. That's one of the reasons transparent plastics are still everywhere. Now here it comes the exciting part. The research team has succeeded in developing transparent paperboard using cellulose, the main structural component in plants. Cellulose is actually the most abundant natural polymer on Earth, made by plants through photosynthesis. Their new material has a thickness between 0.3 and 1.5 millimeters, just like regular paperboard, but with high transparency. To give you a sense of how clear it is, its haze value is under 30%, meaning it's clear enough to see objects 100 meters away. And it's not just a flat sheet. They've shown it can be molded into 3D forms like caps and straws. It's also stronger than ordinary paperboard when wet, and doesn't need plastic coating to hold liquids. With a natural fatty acid coating, it's even water repellent. In some cases, it's stronger than polycarbonate plastic. Even the manufacturing process is designed with sustainability in mind. They dissolve the cellulose in the lithium bromide solution and then recover and reuse the solvent, meaning no liquid waste is released. This makes the whole process closed loop and eco-friendly. And it gets better. They've shown that this material can be recycled back into the new transparent paperboard. There's even potential for upcycling using discarded clothing or paper waste as the raw material. This is kind of an innovation we need for a true circular economy. Now here's the most important part, it's marine biodegradable. If this material ever ends up in the ocean by accident, microbes can break it down into carbon dioxide and water. No long-term pollution, no microplastics. But what about the deep sea, where it's cold and the microbes are scarce? The team used JAMSTEC's deep sea vehicles like the Shinkai 6500 to test the material under real deep sea conditions. And yes, it biodegrades even on the seafloor. They observed weight loss in all samples. Under a microscope, they saw microbes gathering on the surface, boring holes and breaking the material down. Using metatranscriptomic analysis, they confirmed the presence of the enzymes that digest cellulose. The deeper you go, the slower the process, but Even at the depths of 700 to 1000 meters, cups made from this transparent paperboard are estimated to fully degrade in about 6 to 12 months. In fact, in Sagami Bay at 357 meters deep, a sample was almost completely gone in just 4 months. This is a huge step forward. The material is biomass-based, recyclable, and marine biodegradable, checking all the boxes for the next generation of eco-friendly packaging. Of course, there are still challenges ahead, like cutting down costs and developing a system for mass production. But if this technology continues to evolve, it could replace plastic in many disposable products and reduce the environmental burden if they end up in the ocean. That's all for today's episode of SCIENSPOT. I publish new episodes every weekday morning, both in English and in Japanese. Most of my stories focus on science and research from Japan because I want to share Japanese innovation with the world. If you enjoyed this episode, please post your notes or thoughts using the hashtag SCIENSPOT. And I'm also host of Japanese science podcast, Science Talk, and Science Mania, and I'm passionate about supporting Japanese science podcast scene. If you want to learn more about today's topic, check the link to the press release in the show notes. Thanks for listening and see you next time.